Hello and welcome to another Miniatures Monday, where today I'm going to be doing just a little model and build review of the Kytan Daemon engine to wrap up the Kytan series. There might be one more once it's painted, just a showcase, but this is probably going to be my last spoken video on the topic. Now, as you can see, it's a pretty chunky kit. I mean, that's my hand in comparison. It's a solid 8 inches tall. It's about as tall as an Imperial Knight, maybe a little bit taller, pushing into the Cerastus range. It's a resin and plastic multi-part kit, with the legs being resin and the upper body being the torso from the Khorne Lord of Skulls model. There's still a little bit of work needs to be done on the model. For example, I need to bend the skulls just a bit with some heat bending. I still need to attach some cables to the knee joints here, and obviously it needs to be painted. This is the fully built model. Now, building took, if you take out the time that it took to do the legs, so it took about 2 hours, largely because I lost one of the pages of the instructions, which meant that the legs I kind of had to play around a little bit first to figure it out. For example, the knees on that leg are the wrong way around, just because I wasn't paying that much attention when I was doing it, and I only realised once I put the other one on. It's a very well detailed kit. Very poseable. The legs you can do all sorts of poses with. It's also very solid to the base despite the thin looking legs. Yeah. And just for a little size comparison, that is the that's a Primaris Lieutenant next to it. Just to give it another bit of size comparison, the axe blade is bigger than a Primaris Marine. So that gives you a sense of scale, and it does reflect that in game. It's a very powerful Lord of War. It's slightly less powerful than the Lord of Skulls, but cheaper. So win-win. Nothing obviously wrong with taking both. Now, building this kit, it didn't really pose many problems. The plastic and the super glue did bond very well, which I was a little bit surprised at. I was expecting there to be issues. Largely, I think it comes down to the fact that before I put the super glue on, I scored it, just to give it just that little bit to grip onto. All in all, I'm very happy with the kit. It's very well detailed. It's a solid looking kit after all. And I'm expecting to use it a lot in game. Complaints, I'd say just the old forgeworld style instruction manual. Who doesn't hate them? They're not the most intuitive things in the world. I had to do some warp fixings, fixing some of the sigils, etc. But it's kind of what you expect from working with forgeworld resin, unfortunately. Would I recommend this kit to anyone? Yes, I bloody would. It's a very good kit. It's a nice looking centerpiece for any Khorne based army or Chaos army. And it doesn't break the bank. In fact, it's actually cheaper than a Lord of Skulls before you take into account delivery. I think it comes in at like £5 or £10 cheaper. You'd have to translate that into your own currency, obviously. Spare parts, there was a little bit of spare parts, but nothing from the resin or from the plastic. The resin, you use 100% of what's given to you. But yeah, that's really it that I've got to say on it. It's a nice model, it's a good build, it's tall, it's exactly what you expect from it. It's forgeworld, so nothing's perfect obviously, despite the money that you're paying for it. It did put a lot of work into it, as you've seen from the other videos. But I liked it enough to potentially pick up a second one, so I think that says it all really. Now this has just been a short little review of the model. I don't really have a lot more to say on the model. There'll be a tactics video coming soonish. Once I've managed to use it in a couple more games, I want to get a feel for it first rather than just theoretical. And yeah, so that's been That Welsh Nerd. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment your thoughts down below on the model, and subscribe to be notified of more content. But until then, I will see you in the next one.